doing? This right here is a Sakoki cat. This is Selah. Selah wants to say hi to everybody. She usually attacks the camera. Alright, listen up, Patriots. Mr. President, anyone who loves this nation, listen, you got a pen, you got power, Mr. President. You need to start using that pen like a knight in shining armor would use their sword, or a ninja or whatever. You got to use that pen like a sword, and you got to use it now. Here's the situation we got. We got about 1.8 million idiots that want to go down to Area 51, and according to the one that first said it, have fun and dance and just peace and love, No. Let me tell you, when you get that many people, I don't care if you just get 20,000 after a football game or something. There's riots that break out. But when you get 1.8 million people, and Antifa also will be in that mix. Some will be over here, love and harmony, and then you'll have some idiots that'll be down there storming Area 51, a military base, a top secret military base. Because they want to see what's on the other side. It's their right. They want to know. No. Mr. President, you have got to stop this. When this happens, there will be some people killed, some people hurt and stuff. You cannot storm a military base. Anybody that's ever been in the military knows this. It is highly protected because there's things there that's none of your business, especially if you have never served in the military. If you want to know what's in there, go join the military. Do something for your country instead of piss and moan. Anyway, Mr. President, de Blasio has tied the hands of his police officers to the point where they're getting super soaked. Sooner or later, they're going to put caustic sodas and they're going to put stuff in there that's going to maim these people, ruin them for life, and there's going to be people getting killed. Our military hands were tied for years. But you did a good thing, Mr. President. You at least untied the hands of our military. We lost so many good men because of our hands being tied and not being able to shoot. And then we got a Navy SEAL who just got out of jail for killing an ISIS terrorist, and they called it murder. This man is an enemy and wants to kill all of us. And we actually have a decorated soldier that was in prison for murdering that man. What do? We want to give everybody a hug? A hug and a kiss don't solve terrorism. It don't solve it. It's been proven. These people go back and go camping across the world to prove how beautiful it is, and all of them are getting killed. People on these cruise ships are getting killed. My point is this, Mr. President, I'll try to say this as quickly as I can. Patriots of America, we have to stand up. You got to start using that pen. You got to stop this lawlessness. If you do not stop this lawlessness now, it should have already been done. It should have already been done from the very start. If you don't start signing these things and sending these soldiers in and stop this lawlessness right now, you got this Antifa that should have already been named terrorists a long time ago, that they want to go lay siege on the border, or they're talking about attacking the Capitol, or laying siege to that as well, and send a bunch of people there. They've shot up ICE facilities and this and that. No, here's the thing. You got to stop this now. Lawlessness is getting out of control. Let me read you a verse from King Solomon, who is the wisest man to ever live. The wisest man that ever lived. It's in Proverbs 22:10. It says, "Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease." Proverbs 22:10. I'll read it one more time. "Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease. President, I pray right now, that God give you eyes to see and ears to hear, and that these vipers quit spitting stuff in your ear. Mr. Crenshaw's wanting to do these red flag laws and this and that. You of all people should know better, Dan. You've been in therapy. You've had surgery. I'm sure you have a little bit of flashbacks. I'm sure you have a little bit of problems sleeping sometimes yourself. Maybe take a little medicine for it. You want to turn in your guns? No, here's what's happening. You are now part of the elite. As bad as I hate to say it, because I really like you. But you're now becoming one of the elite because they won't come for your stuff. But you know what? You probably have a little bit of problems. You said, turn in your stuff. Quit trying to take ours. Okay, this is like an onion, and they're peeling layers off, until the onion's gone. Like the Second Amendment will be gone. The First Amendment will be gone. Wow. I mean, I can't believe it. Here's the situation as well. And you know what? Some of you may not like me because I'm a person who's very honest. I'm loyal. I tell the truth even when it hurts. I really do. I try to serve God. I love the Lord. I try to be a man that really tries to help the weak, the widow, the poor. I do everything I can for anybody. I would break my back for any of you all. And I would still go and die for this nation. Because I've always been patriotic, even though I'm ashamed of how things have been over the last 10 years or so. But Mr. President, you're doing a good job in certain areas. Don't let these people get in your ear, but you need to get on that pen and you need to sign this stuff. Anybody who hates America is an enemy of America. Anybody who hates the flag is an enemy of America. Israel is our strongest ally. You got this gang of four stirring up so much strife and contention. Cast out the scorner, Mr. President, and contention and strife shall cease. Think about that. It's the little foxes that destroy the vine. If I had a bunch of friends and we all went out and got a bunch of guns and started this little club and this and that and was all time shooting and this and that, there'd be people calling in, there'd be people coming down here wiping us out, calling us racist, terrorist organization, this and that. But you know what? What's really going on is we got these sleeper cells, these Muslim sleeper cells, these training camps in all kinds of states in America, and this is happening. Nobody's doing nothing about it. But here, 10 years ago or so, you take Waco, that one guy with all them kids and stuff like that, and you dropped the ball and wiped them completely out. Well, you know what? You did do one thing. You deterred somebody else from doing that for a while. There was a deterrence of fear. Because the situation is this. When you got people like right now that's wreaking havoc in America, that's attacking our law enforcement and that, when you got people that have no fear of God, the only thing they understand is two things. Whether it be China, Russia, or all these mobs, they understand two things: strength and power. That's all they respect. You can take anybody in the world, and if they do have no fear of God, they will still fear strength and power. And you got to be ready to act. Mr. President, sign the bills, stop the lawlessness, because I tell you what, no one out there really wants a civil war. Because let me tell you what's going to happen when this happens. When God takes his hand and brings down the wrath or whatever, because we have been shaking our fist in the face of God with all this lawlessness, with all this nonsense and pedophilia going on and stuff like that. Israel was the apple of God's eye. In 70 AD, it got so bad. These two women got together and they said, hey, tell you what, let's boil your baby today and eat it. And tomorrow, we'll boil my baby and eat it. Well, turned out the next day, after they ate that woman's baby, that woman changed her mind and didn't want to do it, and ended up in the courts systems. Paraphrasing. Anyway, listen. Here's the situation. If you don't get a hold of this, I mean immediately, right now, you will lose this nation. Forget about who's going to win 2020 or whatever. There's not going to be a nation, because a nation divided will not stand. We will be attacked from within and from without around our borders if we do not take right now the scorners and cast them out and cause strife to cease, contention to end. We cannot let lawlessness abound in this nation. De Blasio, shame on you. Shame on you. If something should happen, God forbid, that someone ever attacked your wife or something like that, or in some bad way or something, where you've done so badly with the police department, the officers that do have your back, what are you going to do? Well, I'll tell you what you do. Why don't you call the fire department to come put out the rape? Because the cops are not going to come. They don't forget. They don't forget getting soaked. And you know what? I get it, people. I get it. Some cops, when they put on the badge, I've been an officer. When you put on the badge, sometimes they think it's a Superman emblem. And some of them don't do their job, and some of them do a bad job. And I do feel we need more training for police officers. And all you officers know this as well. But there is some good ones out there. But the bottom line is, we do need, even though you may not like them, even though sometimes they may not do their job well, or they may overdo their job, we still need that thin blue line to keep lawlessness from abounding in this nation. So you gotta stop the problem. Let's separate the chatter from the matter, and let's get down to business, because you, I, and American people know that this right here will cause this nation to fall. I'm telling you. And let me tell you what this is like. First of all, you know what? Back in the early days of this nation, they used to do public hangings for what's less, sometimes less than what's already going on right now. That people are spending years in prison using the courts and the money systems and stuff like that. They would do public hangings, not to embarrass the family, not to humiliate or hurt the feelings of the man they are hanging, but they would do it publicly as a deterrence. Because when people gathered all around and they saw that, they'd look up and they'd see that neck stretch, those feet kick, and they'd be like, whew, I don't want to be that guy. You know? I don't want to be that guy. His head just came off. Whatever. I don't want to be him. It was a crime deterrent. And the presidents at that time knew it. The lawmakers, they knew it. This gang of four is creating havoc. Where's our gang of four, patriots? Where's our gang of four? Wow, I can't believe what's going on. But let me end it with this. You remember the part in Jurassic Park movie when they were there feeding the raptors after the other guy had got ate at the beginning of the movie by a raptor. They were there feeding the same raptors, and the raptors were testing the fences. They were just slamming their heads in different parts of the fences, even though it was shocking them. They were getting shocked. And he was like, he looked at this Australian guy who was like kind of the overseer, taking care of the animals, dinosaurs. He said, why do they keep attacking the fences and stuff like that? He said, well, they're checking for weaknesses. They remember. In other words, they strategically were attacking the fences, even though it might have caused a little kickback, for weaknesses. Think about that. Think about that. That's what this unhinged people are doing over here. They are testing defenses for weaknesses. I say again, we cannot let lawlessness abound in this nation. If you watch the Jurassic Park, if you watched all those movies, if you notice what ends up happening, is those dinosaurs, those people that's eating people up, that's wreaking havoc, that cause strife, contention on that island. Now that island, nobody goes there. It's uninhabitable. And the dinosaurs rule. The dinosaurs rule. And it's their place. And no one's allowed to go there. It's totally uninhabitable to mankind, such as this nation will be if you don't get control of the situation now. I cannot stress it enough. Good day. Pray for me as I pray for you in this nation. Mr. President, start writing stuff. Take action. Put a stop. And think about the dinosaurs. Think about Jurassic Park. Detesting your fences. Good day and God bless you.